Seems some children are having difficulty understanding profit and loss. Good. Because I think the idea is, why would I, because mostly the way it is done, it says, okay, cost price and selling price, which means I'm buying something and then I'm selling it. Why? Why would someone do that, right? Because the children buy something when they want it. If they buy a pencil box, right, they are expecting to do something with it. So they have a geometry box, they have their set squares, and they have their, which they don't know what to do with. Hopefully they figured out through these videos. They have a compass and they have all these things in the geometry box. They plan to use it. They don't plan to sell it. So a fundamental question becomes, why would I buy something to sell it? And this is fair, okay? And then you can say, yes, there are shopkeepers, and then the shop has all these items that are being bought, because it's important, because no one can go to the market and get something for themselves all the time. So they have this little shop, and they're going to buy these things, and they're going to store them, and they're going to sell them. And so they need to understand how they can take care of themselves, right? So let's say there is an important thing that they have to, there is a service. What is a service? A person can't go to the shop and buy something every day. I mean, they can't go to the market. Let's say one place has the materials, another place is selling the materials, right? And this is quite common. Where I am, there will be some things that are available locally and many things that are not available locally. So somebody is taking the effort to get it to me. And how are they doing that? So let's say they are buying some items. So they are buying some 5 items. Right? And then they are going to buy these 5 items. They are going somewhere. So they are going to a market. And they are buying these 5 items. And they are spending money on their vehicle, in which all these items are put. So they are carrying things, they are transporting them, they have all kinds of costs. So they have fuel cost, they have item cost, right? And they do all this, and then they eventually want to sell it. So there is an equivalent, not just the cost of the item they bought, the cost of the item they bought, fuel, etc., etc. All of this together we can call as a cost price. The price that it cost them, so that the material is with them. So these 5 boxes cost them something to be here, right? And then when they sell it, they recover that, they recover the effort of transport, of going, right? They have to support their family, so they have effort of going, petrol or fuel, as we've called it, item cost, and so on. So all these were part of the cost price, and so in the selling price they need to take care of all that. So the selling price minus cost price, they are saying, is profit, and that actually goes towards some of these things, not towards this but towards the other things also, right? So that's basically one way to look at it, that it might make more sense. The other way is actually what people do. You take something and you do something with it, you add value to it, and then you sell it, right? And most people, most manufacturers or anyone who's doing something will need some raw materials. You are making let's say a tea shop, right? So a tea shop doesn't buy tea and sell it, right? The tea shop makes tea. This we can understand. So if the tea shop makes tea, then they needed to buy milk, they needed to buy sugar, they need to buy the tea packets, Right? So they're doing all these things, and then together there will be a cost of the product, right? And then they will sell the product, and so their profit will be selling price minus cost price. And if they keep people happy, the profit, they will have profit, so they can pay themselves, pay others, pay themselves, etc. So this is a simplistic picture. We're not looking at all this. We are calling all of this one item, cost price. And then we are finding out that depending on how we sell them, will I be able to recover the costs, and will I be able to have something more, and that something more is called profit. So this is sort of how we can do it. So there is a game we have got now called Chai Garam. So we can see if that gives us some fun way in which children can think about profit and loss, and we can adapt the game if needed to think of what would be the cost of the materials, and what would be the cost price, and what is the selling price. Okay, so we are getting this game, and then we can review that. Let's attempt that. Okay, so this is sort of an introduction of profit and loss.